Are you gonna join us?
Can you tell me what you guys are doing?
We're gonna do a version of Mayhem Athlete, which is what Jess has. 10 toes to bar, 200-meter row, 10 burpees, 200-meter ski, 15 wall balls for 5 rounds. 4 rounds.
Where are we at?
4 rounds. We are at Great Dane CrossFit. So we're just gonna, the whole goal is for both of us, we like checked in and we were feeling kind of like stressed and stimulated, but also like kind of lethargic coming down off of that check-in. So we're just gonna move and get back to equilibrium and sweat and feel really good.
So you guys did check-in this morning?
Yeah, it was great.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
It was great.
It
was great.
We gotta get to work. We'll talk more later.
We're here to compete all weekend, but first things first, let's work out.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. I haven't worked out in a week. It's not true, but
I'ma zip right past. Drip all on my swag. Why you size me up? You don't wanna try your luck. Burn like coal, yeah, you know I go. Way too hot, yeah, really too cold. I'ma keep going till I hit my goals. Better get back when I'm in my zone. Doing for the ones that I know back home.
3, 2, 1. And we've done it a lot in the past where it's just like, oh, well, whatever, we're here, I need rest. And honestly, it's like, we're so used to training. Some of my best days are when I'm 3 days on. So
3 days off and you get rest like for a week.
one, yeah, you're so sore, yeah. Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah, you don't have to you don't give me the details of everything you just did.
You
but
know I'm the detail queen.
I know, that's why I made a caveat that I don't need that.
Jess and I went and sweat at a gym. Great Dane CrossFit was wonderful.
Thank you.
Austin and Patrick watched. Pat jumped in on our female back squats, female bar back squats for a couple sets.
She invited me after they made it past the warm-up weights too.
Yeah, so he got 3 sets of 10 in today. That's the extent of his workout. Then we did just a quick little, it took us like 45-ish seconds around. Rested about 1:15 minutes, bike, power clean. Just enough to spike our heart rate, but not really tax us too much. So I feel like we're a lot spunkier and we feel a little bit better, getting a little bit of sweat in and just some movement because the anticipation's really starting to build. You just get excited. So we have the athlete dinner next.
So I was gonna say, what do you guys have the rest of the afternoon?
Maybe nails.
Maybe nails.
Nails.
An athlete dinner.
Priorities. Priorities.
Surprise event.
Yeah, surprise event. Get our nails done.
Who picks the better color? I always pick a bad color. It looks good in the bottom until it gets on my nails and I'm like, oh.
Neutral colors.
Neutral's
colors.
better, yes.
Sparkles.
I love
Yeah, those sparkles.
When I met Christy the first time, I was at her house and saw her bedroom. What color was your bedroom?
Neon lime green.
I was literally thinking it's probably neon green.
It was obnoxious.
He repainted it, needless to say.
It's like these are not sleeping colors.
Oh no.
I have like 1 minute to make it to check-in. I think they said it at 8:30 because they know most of us will come running in at 8:35, but we'll be close. We'll run down the hallway. We are walking down the hallway from the hotel to the Coliseum for our first athlete orientation. So they're gonna show us kind of the flow of everything, where we can be, where we're not supposed to be, where we're going to be, and then we are going to practice our paddling. So not the prone paddling like everyone thought, but kayaking. So fun fact, Patrick and I actually did have kayaks a couple years back, then we sold them. So hopefully I remember how to kayak, but we'll get to swim, kayak, and then probably call it a day. You have food on your face.
We are a matter of hours away from everything kicking off. We went over today and we got to practice, or I didn't, but Christy got to practice with the flippers and the paddle board, just to kind of get a feel for those as well of the place that we're actually starting. So far everything's on super smooth. Nobull's done a great job kind of kicking things off for the new season.
Yeah, it's really fun. It feels different, that's for sure. It looks different, it feels different. Everything's been really smooth. Our briefing took a little bit longer than anticipated today, so a lot of us were starting to get really hungry by the end. I think we started at 9 and ended at like 1 something. And you know, we packed some snacks, but we like our food and our water. So we were ready to be done with the briefing. After that, just kind of came back and chilled out for a little bit, had some lunch, and I crashed really hard. I took a nice solid 1 hour nap.
Like legit super deep.
I could have slept till tomorrow probably. I honestly, and it's weird, it's like it's not even that I'm not tired. I think it's just the waiting around and the anticipation and the anxiety of like what's to come. It's the excitement, and then there's all this stimulus of the check-in and seeing your old friends and this and that, and I think it just kind of wears you out a little bit.
We got to see what the course is going to look like to an extent, at least for the swimming. That's like within sight where they're going to start and finish at, so it'll be an out and back for the swim, and for the kayak they're actually going across the lake, so we'll be able to see them take off, and then we'll probably try to get to the other side of the lake when they finish. And it looks like, at least what we're guessing, that might be like 45 minutes to an hour-ish plus for some people to get all the way across. I think some of that will also play into what the wind is like. Today there's a little bit of headwind, and if you're paddling into that could certainly take a while.
There was a lot of headwind. I think tomorrow is supposed to be a much calmer day. It almost felt like we were in the ocean. Like I was swimming and I just went around the first buoy, and I felt like I was like trying to dive through some waves like I would in the ocean. It's not supposed to be like that in a lake. So hopefully it's a little bit calmer tomorrow.
Could you guys feel the bottom?
Yeah, it's super shallow in some parts. Like when I say super shallow, I mean like knee deep. And then other parts it gets like 8 to 10 foot deep. So it's really shallow.
Did you guys feel any algae or moss or any of the stuff growing in there?
There was grass everywhere.
Oh really? You guys could feel it?
Oh yeah, it was all over.
Interesting.
Yeah, might come out covered in it. Who knows?
Yeah, then we came back. They do have access to the athlete warm-up area, which is like more or less an enormous gym. They've got everything you can imagine there in sets of 10 basically. So Chrissy did a pretty good workout. She definitely sweated really hard. Even though she's competing tomorrow, she wants to be fresh, but not feeling like she's had 2 or 3 rest days before. We want to sweat, want the blood moving a little bit, feeling fired up and ready to go, and not like she's got to like kind of get the feel of things getting going.
The good news is so that workout we did took about 25 minutes, and then we did a second piece that took another 10 or 15 minutes or so like 40 minutes of moving, which felt really good. I felt pretty crappy before, and then after I felt a lot better. So sometimes the answer is just movement. The nice thing about the CrossFit Games is we're kicking off with a swim, a long event as well. So that means there is time to get our bodies going and get our bodies moving. It's definitely how I would prefer to start a competition over a 1 rep max snatch. It just gives you time to get your heart rate up and get back into that competition mode over a longer domain than just diving right in.
We're ready to kick things off. It'll be bright and early tomorrow.
Bright and early.
And there are 4 events tomorrow, right?
We think so. So we have event 1, and then we have the pig event, which is event 2. We have an event after that, which I think is the run, the 500 meter, and then I don't think we know event 4.
It seems like there's potential, it might be like rope climb event.
That one's Saturday morning.
That's Saturday morning, okay. So hopefully we may have 4 events. Big day of working out, kick things off, get things going, and we'll try to keep you guys posted.
Don't forget, smash the like button and subscribe if you want to follow along with us all week long.
Don't touch your baby when I'm walking the streets. I know you're feeling the heat. Believe me, I'm stopping it now.